Hello, 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 hello. Ken here. Welcome back to Magic Duels Origins. And hopefully it's time for the final part of Liliana Vess's story. The final one that we haven't seen, the final origin story. Well, so far, what's happened? We had our brother come back from war. And we're a healer, but sadly, we couldn't heal his wounds. He was mortally wounded. And a mysterious raven man gave us a potion that was supposed to cure him, but in fact just turned him into some kind of cursed zombie thing. And he tried to kill us. In the panic, our Planeswalker spark ignited. We ended up at Innistrad, and we embraced necromancy as a potential way to bring people back from the dead. We took on this hermit witch, killed her with her own creatures. Kind of mean, really. This is Liliana's dark path. Came back and the angels tried to stop us, but we were too strong for them even. And now we've returned to the ruins of our family's manor to hunt down the Raven Man. Before long, your skin begins to tingle. You're being watched. Dozens of eyes. Raven eyes. In a flurry of black feathers, a flock of birds merges into the shape of the man who tricked you into cursing your own brother. Look at this, the Raven Man. And here's more Liliana, sort of more as we know her now, the Dark Necromancer. With this power, this pink power in her hands, and her eyes actually. Liliana versus the Raven Man. He's got the yellow eyes of death. His hand is not particularly great. Let's get a new one. This one is playable. Oh, we've got the Soulless one. This is a great card. Could have done with this earlier. Power and toughness equal to the number of zombies on the battlefield plus the number of zombie cards in all graveyards. Now this is a zombie, so it counts for itself. So at least it will be a 1-1. Ah, surrender your soul to me. I like that. Alright, let's keep this hand. Hopefully we'll draw some cards. But we've still got a turn 1 and turn 2 play. We've got our old friend the Black Cat. Done well for us. Forcing some discards. Try and get the opponent's best cards out of their hand and into their graveyard where we can steal them. And there we go. That's going to bring it to the end of our turn. See what the Raven Man has. Hope you're all doing well today. Ooh, black and blue. Very sneaky. I quite like black and blue. It's a good combo. They love discard stuff because blue loves to mill the opponent and pull all their stuff out their deck. Black, of course, as we've seen, likes to force the opponent to discard from hand. Remove the number of options they have. So together, well, a potent combo indeed, shall we say. I suppose it's not really a surprise that the Raven Man is blue as well. I think he's just so tricksy. And he's black because he's just evil and corrupt. Black, again, not necessarily evil. Is often what we would depict as evil. But it's not necessarily kind of evil in the traditional sense. So far, they're not doing anything, which is good for us. Although we might see, like, maybe they'll bounce something back to hand at the end of turn. Nope. Good. And not playing anything. That's fantastic. Well, it looks like they've got no lands and nothing they can play with the lands they have. I mean, this is looking all hunky-dory for us. The only problem is that we don't actually have anything we can play either. So it's going to be who draws a swamp first, I guess. Because I'm presuming either these cards all cost 4+, or they need 2 swamps to be played. Please no swamps. Damn it. Oh no, I thought that was them. Oh, he's discarding. So you can only have 7 cards in your hand. And the limit's applied at the end of turn. And they discarded, what was this? The Mind Control. Ooh, this is a good old classic blue card. You control in charge, so you just steal it off the thing. 3 and 2 blue. That's not too bad, really. Quite a good tempo swing in your favour. Sadly, we can't play anything either here. The good news is, we do actually have stuff to attack with. So although we're both kind of dead drawing here, we're in a slightly better spot than the opponent. This is another weird... This is one of those weird things that happens in Magic. Oh no, they've got 2 swamps now. Here they come. The Screeching Buzzard, so it was 4 mana. 2/2. When it dies, each opponent discards a card. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. We just need a swamp. That's all I want. Okay, well, we've got something we can play at least, even if it's not a swamp. We're building up our zombies. Remember that this soulless one gets bigger. Where is he? The soulless one gets bigger even when the stuff's in the graveyard. That's pretty good for us. I think this is either of these are good options. If he blocks either of them, we're in pretty good shape. This one will kill the 2/2. This one will die for free, but it will force him to discard, which is going to be good for us. Like, you might think, oh, it's good to force him to discard because he's got too many cards in hand, but no, that's not really that beneficial. Because we know... Oh, that was a counter-target creature spell. It's a good thing we got rid of it. Deciding... I guess they probably already used the mana, so he didn't have it to spend on this. Gonna see something else played here, most likely. The Murder of Crows. 4/4 flying. Whenever a creature dies, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Ooh, that's kind of sneaky. That's a card I'd love to steal with old Rise from the Grave. Man, if only we had a... This is okay. This would be a... In fact, it shows you it's a 3/3. It would be a 4/4 once we play it. But maybe we'll play the Vengeful Dead first. Gets it seems like a good solid shout. Okay. Do we want to attack into this? I'm thinking not. Because there's not really... This dies for free. This basically dies for free. Now we need some kind of like a Bone Splinters or something to take out one of these creatures. Now the Vengeful Dead means we can kind of start trading bits and bobs into the opponent. 4/2, that's kind of fine, we don't really mind that. Okay. We got the Altar's Reap to let us draw some more cards, that's okay. But it's still not ideal. The Soulless one might be a good thing to have here. Looks like the opponent's not going to have the mana to counter it right now, so we should play it and get our advantage going. And I guess we can attack with these if we want, because even if they die, they're going to start hurting the opponent. I'm going to attack with the 2/3. No, it will still die for free. I don't know. That doesn't seem like... I was thinking about it, but then I was like, it's actually probably more useful to use it as a sacrifice target if we're going to do that. Still not attacking with this 4/4. I guess it's probably concerned about the Soulless one. And this thing can get bigger. It's not just when it comes into play. It'll get bigger the more things we play. Crikey, there's a lot of beef going on now. Here we go. The Bone Splinters. We can destroy a creature. We can get rid of this big 4/4 guy. I think we'll do it with the shambling fella. Nope, still. I always want to pay the cost first, and it doesn't like me doing that. See, if we had another shambling goblin, we could sacrifice that as well to kill this fella, and that would be quite a nice little combo. But no luck. We could Altar's Reap here. That's kind of tempting. Bear in mind that these are also dealing damage. In fact, no, I want to attack with this thing and see if he trades into it. I think that's maybe a better shout. So you see this damage lasts until the end of turn. Any blockers? We'll trade with that thing. I feel like that's an okay thing to kill. Our Soulless one still doesn't die from it. We could draw the cards here. Oh, we don't need to. We're okay. We're in a good spot. We can get that 4/4 whenever. As soon as we get another swamp, we can grab that 4/4. And if we get one more after that, we'll have corrupt, and that'll maybe put us in a winning situation. Oh no, discarding 2 cards. The good news is they're not at random, so I think we get to pick. So we can get rid of like one of these Rise from the Graves maybe, and one of these Grave Diggers. Good to have a Grave Digger, because we can always get our soulless one back if it dies. And again, boo! Oh, you're no fun. Oh, I guess we're going to have to get rid of Corrupt. I don't want to get rid of my card draw. No, I think the card draw is much more useful, because we can always... Corrupt is a card we can't play currently. Rise from the Grave I don't want to get rid of, because it's our... We need it for our... Here we go. So now we've got a 7/7 that he can't deal with. So let's get in with that. Let's give him the source. Got no mana to deal with it. Choosing to block it with a 4/2. That's fine. And I guess we'll kill this Vengeful Dead guy. We'll do that first. In fact, no, what we'll do is we'll cancel that and we'll play the Shambling Ghoul. And then we'll kill the Shambling Ghoul. Although it's good to draw first, I think I'd rather kill the Shambling Ghoul. Plus we get to deal 1 damage from the Vengeful Dead. And we'll get a couple of cards. Get a swamp that we can play so we can Rise from the Grave next turn. Get ourselves that cheeky 4/4 that lets us cycle through our cards. That might secure us the win. Okay. Right, we'll play this. There's a chance this will be countered. But we'll give it a shot. It's not countered, and we got a 4/4 flyer. And I think we wanna attack with our Vengeful Dead here. Because even if it dies, it's any other creature, so it will actually get to trigger it twice if he decides to trade in, and he won't trade in, but he'll block the 9/9 presumably, otherwise the 9/9 will kill him. So the 3/2 is almost free damage here, unless there's like a return thing to hand. This dies. This triggers. We draw a swamp. I guess maybe we only had a swamp in. Okay, so we should. That's one of the problems. If you've got nothing in hand, then there's much less effect. Would you like to draw and discard a card? No, because we'll just have to discard it instantly. But, so there is a way to have it always do melee effects. You don't necessarily want to do it with something like that, because, you know, in that situation there's no benefit to us drawing a card. It's useful in a time where we have a card in hand and we get to pick what we discard. When this comes in, get 2 black bat creatures with flying, sacrifice a bat. It's a fun thing if you want to make a bat deck. Good news is, we don't want to make a bat deck. So wait, hang on, what does you sacrifice a bat to put 2 bats, so this guy can just make infinite bats. That's kind of scary. I don't like the idea of infinite bats. But we can attack with everything. If he blocks both into this, that's fine. Because we'll get to cycle through some cards. Okay, great. Blocks everything. I would like to draw and discard a card. I'll keep that Carrion Crow. And we'll do it again. We'll do it on all of them. It means that we'll discard a couple of decent cards. Perhaps. But that's fine. I'll keep the Altar's Reap. Ooh, the Shambling Goblin. I'll keep the Altar's Reap anyway. Because maybe we'll draw a rubbish creature that we can Altar's Reap on. Okay, and I guess that's the end of our turn. I don't want to Altar's Reap here. The good news is the bats are gone, so there's no bats for this guy to Bat multiply. You can sacrifice bats to regenerate him as well. That's quite scary. Mind Shrieker. Okay, interesting. So this guy can mill us effectively infinitely because it has you just spend 2 mana over and over. That's a good finisher if you can generate infinite mana. Okay, this is great. Butcher Ghoul. Look at this combo. We play Butcher Ghoul. We alters Reap it and it comes back as a 2/2. Oh, he's going to counter it. Oh no, he's just milling us, I think. He's milling himself to see if he can find a solution. Oh wait, he gets... Oh, of course, because he gets bigger. No, because we don't have anything we can play. But I would like that to come back and we draw 2 cards, please. Shambling Ghoul and an Antuco Husk. Great stuff. And we'll attack here. This might die to the 7/7. But that's okay, I think. Is that okay? Yeah, that is okay. It's kind of a weird thing to do, but it stops him... I don't know. Maybe there wasn't any point to that. Sure, I'll draw the card and discard. Sacrifice a creature, destroy target creature. Yeah, I think that's actually better in this situation because we can... Nope, I don't want to discard. I want to discard this one. Because the Bone Splinters, we can like pop it off on one of these guys and get our 13/13 through. So that's definitely a good card to have. Looks like we've got the Raven Man on the back foot. This guy just keeps getting bigger as well, which is fantastic for us. Okay. So here, I want to attack with these. This is a sorcery, so I guess we have to use it now. I'll sacrifice this guy. No, I did it the right way around that time. Finally remembered how to do it. Okay, and we'll attack with all, and we'll bash in and see what we get. Come on. Oh, I've got to continue, that's why. Right, let's go. Go in my zombie army. Stop the Raven Man. That 1/1's a real pain. You can put it up to a 3/3, but that's not any benefit. Other than that it mills us. It didn't even get a bonus out of it because this has no converted mana cost. Great. We're in the best situation here. Pretty much. Aside from the opponent having no cards in hand, that's the only way the situation could be better for us. Great. Well, let's push in. We'll use both because there's every chance like a flash defender might pop out. Always good to not be cocky. And the Raven Man is dead! We have stopped him. We've taken vengeance. Good job, Liliana. He is not someone we're going to necromance back to life. At least I would presume not. With your victory at hand, the Raven Man disappears just as he arrived, in a flurry of birds. Aww. They scatter in every direction and you unleash every last bit of magic. Look at this. Wow. The old magic missiles. Except they're skull magic missiles, because yo, death and necromancy and where metal. The Raven Man survives. You're spent and the power you wield begins to take a toll. Oh no. You're starting to age. Because decades have passed since your first plane to walk. You find your powers can't stave off the spectre of death forever, and you become obsessed with preserving your life. And so, as we know, Liliana's kind of got this weakness. She hates death, and she fears death, and she's like, well, I'm going to go and seek a contract with 4 ancient demons to preserve my life. So here we go. She goes down to the demons and she says, this is very classic. These ancient powerful demons, she says, I want to be granted immortality. And the contract, to secure her demonic contract, she must defeat all 4 demons. in succession. As each falls, she will gain its power. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to fight all 4 of these guys at once. Oh, Gristlebrand. Here he is. We play first. Lord of the Undead. Here's a nice lord. All zombies get +1/+1. Great stuff. And we've got 2 soulless ones. Still isn't a very good hand because we don't have anything we can play on the first 2 turns and we've only got 1 mana. Let's go again. Ooh, Leech-ridden Swamp. That's quite fun. You can use it to stop the opponent, to make the opponent lose life if you've got nowhere else to spend it. This is not terrible, but we've not got a creature that we can Altar's Reap. This is all land. This is 5 cards. It's actually not necessarily terrible. But you know what? Like I've dealt through long battles before that end in nothing because we have terrible draws. I'm not going to risk it. Not even for a chocolate biscuit or a contract with 4 ancient demons. I love this guy's got like a little Russian hat or something. What is this? Where are we? Ridiculous. Okay, let's go. Okay, we got a card we can play on 3. It's not great either. Okay, this is fine. This will do. It's not great. 2 land is not a great starter, but we've got 2 cards we can play. We've got a 3-drop, providing we get something else. And it's a good 3-drop as well. Look at this, you can bounce zombies from your graveyard back to your hand. That's a real potent card. Let's get this shambling goblin out. No play from old Gristlebrand on turn 1, which is good for us. I wonder how this functions, if it's like when you kill them it instantly keeps the board state as it is. I guess probably then we want to build up a board advantage before we attack. I wonder if their board stays intact. (2-1) with lifelink, kind of dangerous. But that's fine. We've got a lovely black cat. Or do we want to play the shambling ghoul? No, we want to play the black cat. I want to get this opponent discarding. I'll attack with this. Sure. If you want to block and lose your guy, I'll deal with that. That's fine. That's acceptable to me. Gonna get Gristlebrand some health back, but hey, you do what you must. Do what you must. The charcoal diamond. There you go. It gives us 1 black mana. This is such an interesting form. So there's some of the most powerful cards in Magic history were the Moxes, and there was a Mox of each colour, and they were each artifacts that added that specific colour. I mean, they weren't coloured because they were artifacts, but there was one artifact that produced each colour mana. So one that produced red, one that produced green, one for blue, one for white, one for black. And they cost 0 mana. This costs 2 mana, which is a lot weaker, because if it costs 0, it's basically another free land that you can play that doesn't count towards your land's total. And it's an artifact, which is kind of fun. Look at this. This is a zombie cat. Let's buff our zombie cat. This is like black ramp effects. Kind of fun. You can't activate a tap ability unless you've controlled it since the beginning of your most recent turn. So that's just saying summoning sickness also affects anything. It means summoning sickness means you can't tap. It also means you can't attack, which is important. An important distinction to make because of creatures with vigilance, which don't tap to attack. Oh, they're going to destroy our lord. It's no fun. It's a good thing he did it now and not when we were attacking, so we still got that extra damage in. Well, hopefully we get ourselves a Gravedigger soon. Grave Titan, this is an incredible card. The Titans, they're all 4 and 2 of that colour. They're all 6/6. They all have an effect, and this one's got Death Touch. And they all have an enter the battlefield or attacks. So this guy, when he comes in, we get 2/2 black zombie creature tokens every time he comes in and when he attacks. They're incredibly powerful. And it's cool to see them, actually. Like, I didn't realise they were in this game. Hopefully there's more of them, because yo, the Titans are rad. This guy is gonna, if we can get him out, he might just win us the game. They're They're super powerful. They're in the core. They might still be in the core sets. I don't actually know. I presume if it's in this game that they're in the core set for Origins, for Magic Origins, which is the new big set. And then I guess going into, it's now gone into Zendikar, whatever it's called at the moment, Zendikar versus Eldrazi, or I think that's a dual deck. I think that might be different from the main set, which might be called like Return to Zendikar or something like that. Anyway, regardless of that, got ourselves a Nantuko Husk. Nice good card that we can use to proc our sacrifice effects. And let's go in hard. Let's go in hard with all these things because they all trade nicely. Yeah, let's attack with all. Because I don't mind if any of them is blocked. Like this is the one he'll probably block because it doesn't kill his creature. No, okay, he's going to block one that trades. That's fine because that still gives us the board presence. And remember, we can sacrifice this at any time. We could use this as a sacrifice trigger for either of these. Now it's also worth noting we don't necessarily want to kill this guy straight away, but if we've got the board dominance then we might be okay to do it. Oh, we're going to discard 2 cards. Oh, I don't want to discard. I'm not getting rid of Grave Titan. He's too strong. Like these cards are okay, but Grave Titan is potentially game winning. We're still a long way short mana wise though. You know what, we can win the game on this. We can kill this guy now, I think. That might be the thing to do. Right? So we attack with all. Attack with all. Confirm. Then we want to use this guy's ability on this guy. Bring him back as a 2/2. And I guess we'll find out how it functions. And hopefully it doesn't like completely wipe our board or anything like that. Oop, there we go, off he goes. Okay, so he comes back in. There's a new guy here. Can we see his name? Razaketh. Got a nice little hat there, Razaketh. He looks kind of like an undead cat warrior, like a Khajiit or something from Skyrim. Or from Elder Scrolls, I should say. Oh, it looks like we draw 3 cards as well, which is a nice little boon. Play our land for the turn. And we'll play the Shambling Goblin, why not? Oh, the only reason why not is in case we get a Mind Rot again. But hey, if we get a Mind Rot now, our board's in good state. It wouldn't be the worst if we had to sacrifice our Grave Titan. I don't want to sacrifice my Grave Titan, but it wouldn't be too bad if we did. Blood Gift Demon. At the beginning of your upkeep, target player draws a card and loses 1 life. So you can use that to kill the opponent if they're very, very low. But more likely you'll use that to gain yourself some cheeky life. Okay. Well, we'll play out the Vengeful Dead, I guess. Boom. We're going to attack with the Nantuko Husk, because we can always pump it up. And I guess we'll attack with the Black Cat and the Ghoul as well. Actually, should we just attack with everything? Sure, why not? If he blocks one of our rubbish things, then that's kind of fine anyway. Blocking the Nantuko Husk. Okay, great. So this is a 5/4. If we pump this up once, I think we have to pump this up twice, right? So we pump this up twice, it becomes a 6/6. We'll kill off this guy and this guy. We don't need to kill both of our Shambling Goblins, so we'll kill one, keep one of them for later. I want to sacrifice you. Waiting to stop the timer. Oh, we have to choose an opponent to discard. And then we'll sacrifice you. And that should, as a 4/3, you'll be a 6/6. Boom, there we go. Discarded a swamp, which isn't ideal, but that's fine. Look at that. Hot tech, boys. And we end our turn. And also, those 2 things dying each dealt a damage anyway, so it's almost like their attacks got through regardless. The Barony Vampire, that poses no threat to us. The Child of Night, that's potentially dangerous, but that's fine. And the end of turn. Oh, that swamp. Let's get old Gravy Titan out. Yep, the Gravy Titan. Delicious, beefy Gravy Titan. My favourite. Yum yum. There we go, boom. Incoming zombie army. And we can sacrifice these to Nantuko Husk if we like. Right, let's just swing in here. It's one of those things where you wait for the block and then once the block's happened, which I presume it will. I was really thinking about it there. Okay, blocking this. So I think what we do here is we grab you, we sacrifice you. Sorry, old shambling goblin. Give you -1/-1, so you can't kill this guy and you die. This comes up to a 4/4, kills this guy. Boom. Now you'll notice this guy didn't get his damage through because even though we killed the creature, he'd still was considered to have been blocked. But this is great as well actually because it means that before we kill old, whatever your name is, what's your name? Razaketh. Before we killed old Razaketh here, we're going to be able to attack with our Grave Titan. And that's going to give us another 2/2/2 zombies. 2/2/2/2 zombies. 2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2. And we'll also attack with this ghoul. Why not? Just in case there's a blocker coming in. I don't want to attack with everything because sometimes there's weird tech against attackers. There we go, look at this. Zombie army incoming. Oh, this is magical. Do we get to draw another 3 cards here? The opponent does as well. They also draw 3 cards. Who's our new friend? Bezanok? Come on. There we go. Belzenlock. Belzenlock! It's like some kind of Scottish thing. Rise from the grave. What do you got in your grave? Sunshine. Oh, we could get the Blood Gift Demon. That'd be real nice. Sure, I'll take it. Blood Gift Demon. Confirm. Is it our turn as well? Oh, it's our... Whoa, zoom out. That's how much stuff there is on the battlefield. It's going to let us draw cards. Not that we necessarily need to at this point. I feel like we've got things locked down pretty hard. The opponent has got like 9 cards in hand. So there's potential for something big to happen here. Playing a charcoal diamond. That's good for us. Oh, Bells and Lock here. It's almost like some kind of weird trinket shop. So they sell like little bells for the town crier, and they sell locks for your bike or for your shed. Or it's like a combined thing, so it's like a lock, but then when it opens, it rings a little bell. So if someone is trying to like break into your lock, you hear them doing it. Cheeky. I'll draw a card. I'd like a card, please. I'll take the 1 damage. Got a shambling. We don't even need to play these. We could keep them in our hand, so as to put ourselves in a better situation. We can swing in for 10. We'll also attack with a couple of these guys just to be sure. Here we go. 2 more 2/2s. Don't mind if I do. Oh yes. This is true power. Crikey. You see how much difference like a couple of good cards makes? This Grave Titan is just absolutely dominant. Wow, look at... Oh, Cothop Head. Cot Hop Head. It's really into craft beer. Really into building beds for children and drinking craft beer. Cot Hop Head. There we go. Or Cothoped. Cothoped. It's probably Cothoped, right? I really like this kind of I don't know. What's going on? Check out my sweet abs. They are pretty sweet abs. And that's a pretty good hat. Is that a hat? Or is that like some kind of hair clip? And this is actually Cothoped's hair getting dragged back into a fan shape. Because that's what it looks like. Some kind of bizarre cursed hair clip. It's really impressive. Little teeth hanging from it. This guy definitely lifts. I think if we can establish anything, he lifts real hard. He's got literally ripped arms. Sweet abs. Man. What a potent fella. Potent fella indeed. Okay, what have you got, Kothafed? There's a lot going on. I don't think the AI can handle this. Oh, it's a shiny rune-scarred demon. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand and shove it. Wow, so it's a tutor. This is a black effect that is very powerful. It's not seen that often because it's very strong, so I don't think they like to put too many in. But basically you get to pull any card you want out of your hand, out of your deck. Which is a pretty nifty thing to be able to do. Oh wow, look at this. That took so long that it had to pop up a little thing saying, hey, we're trying to decide what to do here. Typhoid rats, 1/1 with death touch. That's really weirdly worded. Any amount of damage this deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. Just have, you know, if this creature deals damage to a creature, destroy it. I don't know. Kind of wonkily worded, but we can attack with our Grave Titan here, because it doesn't even matter if it dies. We'll draw a card. Maybe we'll draw some kind of removal spell we can use. Corrupt. We control 8 swamps. Man, if we've been playing these swamps. Sure, let's just play this. Why not? I consider playing the Leech-ridden swamp. Oh, we can use this to take you out. Oh, ha, ha, ha. I absorb the power of the dead. Just too powerful. Just too powerful. Power overwhelming. Play the Butcher Ghoul. We'll sacrifice the Butcher Ghoul to the Nantuko Husk, couldn't it, right now? Because that's wombo combo value right there. We'll attack with our zombie hordes. These two. We'll also attack with the Grave Titan and his army of little zombie fellas. Oh look, it bundles them all together. That's kind of fun. Oh, zoom in. Here we go. It's on. What you gonna do? Made more zombies is what we're gonna do. Blocks the Grave Titan. Take that, Kothafed. We beat them all. No match for Liliana. She's reached her true power. That's basically what happened in those decades since we beat the Raven Man. She just got a load of good cards. Oh. The power's drained from her. No. And there's the whole Kothafed. Liliana, what, can I interest you in this range of delicious whey protein supplements? How do you think I got muscles like this? I'll tell you, it wasn't from necromancy, it's from hard work in the gym. And he's carved these runes into our skin. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. She's super powerful now. She commands this demon horde. Or zombie horde, I guess. And demons, I suppose. Now she's in a contract with demons anyway, so. The demons test your skill, and though pushed to your limit, you prove your worth. They etch their contract into your flesh. Which is kind of a weird thing to say, but hey. Granting you youth and unspeakable power in exchange for your servitude as a planeswalker. But what good are contracts if they can't be broken? So Liliana, not prepared to. She's got this power from the demons, and in response, she's gonna serve them. But kind of at the back of her mind, she's going, yeah, you know, I defeated them once. If they tell me to do something I don't like, well, maybe I'll just take over. Because she is a planeswalker. She's immensely powerful. She's got this sweet outfit. And there we go. We've done it. And I guess to celebrate, we'll buy a pack. Because we can afford a pack. Boom. Buy. Confirm. Give me that pack. Delicious. What's inside? Rocks Maulers. That's a fun one. Oh, we got Kothafed. How appropriate. Here we go. Flying, legendary, 6/6 for 6 mana. Whenever a permanent is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So it's kind of like that demon he played near the end, or kind of the one that let you draw a card and draw 1 life. But now you get to do it every time something owned by a different player is put into the graveyard. So every time you kill an enemy creature or destroy one of their lands even, or destroy an artifact they have, you get to draw a card, and it costs you 1 life, and you have to do it. So that's an interesting thing to note, because it's kind of like a curse. Is he like a snake man? I didn't say that before. Anyway, it seems like a bit of a curse because you could kill yourself with it, but most likely the drawing card is worth it. There's Titanic Growth, which is kind of like a rubbish version of Wild Growth, because Wild Growth costs just one green mana, and it's +3/+3. This is not like an extra mana is not really worth an extra 1 stats. Like sometimes that will swing things in your favour, but usually the Wild Growth is enough. Maybe they decided that was too powerful. Possessed Scab. When you play it, you can return something from the graveyard to the hand. So this is basically a Gravedigger, but it's a Gravedigger that you can use on spells as well as creatures, which is kind of fun. Or I guess on instants and sorceries, I should say, because creatures are technically spells in the magic parlance. Right, and that's going to do things. We've come to the end of all the stories. Now I said if you're interested in seeing more Magic Duels, do let me know, and maybe I'll try something else out. I don't really know. I might play around with the battle mode, and if I come across anything interesting, then I'll show it off here. But otherwise, that's going to do it. So thanks for watching the series. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to pop that like button, subscribe to the channel, perhaps for more Magic Duels Origins, who knows, but plenty of other games as well, of course. I've been Ken. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers!